great news, Keeper. Upon learning of Nemesis' plans to ally with the Dark Angels, the king has ordered his 3 sons to personally ambush and destroy Carrion. The princes fought well, and although Carrion still breathes, he has been turned from his black quest. We have a little more time than before. Fluttershine. This fair land is troubled by talk of a dark uprising within its borders. If you arrive in time, you may be able to enlist the help of the ringleaders and have them aid you in your quest to kill Lord Voltstag and claim his portal gem as your own.
Which one to take? Let's go here. See what's being offered to us.
Too late, Keeper. The invasion has been nipped in the bud, and those who would have seated themselves upon the throne can now be found imprisoned and under guard. If they were to be rescued, though, I'm sure they would have no hesitation in helping you to defeat their conquerors.
Kill Lord Volstagg, who resides in the Fairy Fortress. Rescue imprisoned Black Knights. Storm the Fairy Fortress. I think Black Knight is the best blocking unit we can get. Similar to trolls and skeletons. But proper dangerous unit. Good unit. Let's see. Sounds interesting enough.
There's history here that we can use. For in this realm a dark crusade was thwarted by the good, and those who led it now are held against their will while urged to mend the error of their ways. If you can free the infidels, so happy might they be to carry on their siege and serve your needs as well as theirs. At last, the Black Knight realizes that honor, justice, and piety are just plain boring. So he joins your evil cause, which allows him plenty time for pillaging and killing. Such pure sport becomes him. Combat Pit.
Level 4 guards. That's not an easy target to defeat. The positive side, the Dark Knights seem to have all health still left, so maybe we could just free them and buy on that. We don't have anything actually. I'm breaching through a thing. Surely I can just pick them up.
Ah, I see you have discovered a magical item.
But it fixes walls. Okay, we're not gonna get any units. What we need to do is break in here as fast as possible to do a jailbreak. We are losing units. Well, one dies in the combat pit. How do you free those? There's no way in hell we're gonna kill these guards without units. So, how do you cause a prison break in the first place? We need to take control of some of these areas. You please just start capturing things. I have no idea how I'm gonna kill these bastards. Yeah, there, that was my only medic. I'm restarting this. How do you restart this?
There's history here that we can...
It could be that
Combat pit.
that could be the way you need to do things, but it's not going anywhere. We would need to capture things. And as long as we can't do anything about the guards, it just isn't happening. We do have to hurry. Yeah, we're losing, guys. So basically, the less Dark Knights we're gonna get, or Black Knights, the longer we take.
I see you have discovered a magical item.
One guard here, no guards here. So, I'm going to try to dig our way here.
You need a treasury to store gold.
We could go through this side. I don't care too much about what we can have now and what can't we. Come on, we need to speed things up. Start with the 1. This room is small, so it should be easy to capture too. Fast, at least. Yeah, we're not gonna take it under control for some time.
I see you have discovered a magical item.
Yeah, it's just gonna take some time. Once we have a soldier, we can start taking on the larger groups. We should get another dark knight as soon as possible. Yeah, not from this side though. Has to be this. Ooh, 3 mana. Yep, capture it. Level 1, level 3 Black Knight. Still, it's probably fairly good. Take the floating building.
You have taken over an enemy prison.
We'll use the Black Knight to kill those. Yeah, no time for you to rest. I also need to get some kind of idea how good these guys are. They're okay. Fairly rapid rate of attack, very durable, fairly strong attack. Nothing super amazing, but good enough. I'll take the skeletons, thank you. Once we
A
have all...
rogue has become unhappy because he has no lair.
We have a rogue. Ah, he's a rogue. I don't think you've noticed, but you're in prison right now. Could you possibly get the fucking... someone's already getting it. That should be first.
You have taken over an enemy prison.
Yeah, come on, come on. Once they've rested up, we should have an attack force capable of finishing up this place. But the cannons are another matter.
You have taken over an enemy prison.
Their mood should improve. Once they've rested, eaten up, we'll strike against these guys. Shouldn't be too bad.
Payday.
Yeah, we're gonna need more food here.
You need a treasury to store gold.
Yeah, I know, I need a lot of things. One thing at a time. Okay.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
Actually, two of them have done that. Level 1 skeletons, lovely. Now, this is time to get going.
Your creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Only one more guy. I need a bigger layer. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, so. We're gonna make a treasure room here. How many imps do we have anyway? 9. The building room.
You have taken over an enemy prison. You need a graveyard to store corpses.
Sure. If we have the funds to do that, we need to pay quite a lot of salary for the Black Knights. So, and I don't see a lot of gold here anywhere. So,
Quick saved.
I'm inclined not to do that yet. We need to rescue that guy and get the combat pick for ourselves. So, I'm inclined to go adventuring with our highest level Black Knights. 5. Doesn't have any new abilities. There's a lot of cannons here. It needs manual control to deal with. Three hits and a cannon is gone. Fairly powerful attacks. We don't want to overextend this. They always get grumpy if we do that. 3 extra defenses here. And they can't see behind the corners. So those traps are fairly useless. So they should be used in a fairly
The creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
open environment, so things like that can't happen. One more. Yeah, he's mad.
You have taken over an enemy combat pit. The Pit. This room is an arena where your creatures prove their prowess in such martial sports. Place 2 or more therein and watch them fight each other unto death. And thus the victor's trained to higher levels in its combat skills.
What happens afterwards is that imps come and drag them to recover, so it's not a permanent death. More importantly, allows training beyond level 4. I should build a training room. There isn't a huge use for it at the moment, but there is a limited use. So maybe a small area devoted to that.
You have my allegiance, Keeper. Don't abuse it.
We can cast Horny.
Your training room is not yet functional. You must enlarge it.
Yeah, that's 5 guys able to do their thing in there. I think we have in Black Knights that are at so low a level that they can do there. Yep. Okay. The start is now done.
Game saved.
Now we need to figure out what else do we need to do here. Ooh. Let skeletons handle this type of work. They don't mind. They don't get angry. Or hungry, or need wages or anything. We break in here. Yeah, I don't think we can block off our dungeon anymore. So that's definitely a one-way.
It is payday.
One-way trip. Okay, could I? Seems like a very nice area to try to come to. Same here. I just wanted to see if there are any openings here. A little extra gold. Yeah, influx of mana delivered immediately to the dungeon heart. That's something we'll do if we need to extend Horny or for some reason or recover quickly from the mana drain caused by summoning him. If we want to go there.
Ah, I see you have discovered a magical item.
Doesn't seem to open a path anywhere. That's more gold and nothing else here. Which is fine. Yeah, I think we need to manually train people in the combat pit. So
Your creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Not sure how I'm supposed to clean up the mess afterwards here. Let's see first what happens. Whoops.
Your combat pit is under attack. You have claimed a mana vault.
We'll get a few extra skeletons out of those. So they'll keep on attacking. Not exactly unexpected though. Probably should build a library, even though we don't have any researchers. Just so we'd have a place to store mythical items. Could build a torture room. 3 by 3. That sounds like a good idea. These guys are not gonna turn into skeletons. I'm mainly looking for information. They join our cause, we'll do some kind of suicidal attack with them. No more room. So train up level 3 creatures though. Now I just keep healing them up. I mean, do I have to really fight them to death before anything happens? No. They seem to be gaining research, experience by simply competing it on each other. Both are now level 4. I think the maximum is something like level 7. I want to see what happens if I don't do anything manually. It's very important information for me to know. One is going down fairly soon.
The battle in the combat pit is over.
Holy shit, level 6 knight. I think the loser is here recovering, yeah, and the winner stayed in competitive. It was a very high level, yeah, you. High level knight. That's something we'll at least try to convert. We don't have a lot of options at this point. A bridge.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Fences. Lightning trap. I don't think we want to go in through there. Anyway, tonight.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
I'm doing that because skeletons are fairly useless, so we don't want a huge number of them anyway. I'm going to break this opening. See what we'll get from that. I don't exactly have a huge army. Okay, not too big of an area.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
Excellent. Another useless skeleton. Well, they should be doing combat training.
It is payday. Meet Nud the Mad, a famous troll, prodigious in his work, but worse than all in temperament. Still, his toil bears fruits which balance his unpleasant moods.
So, a single troll. At least we have the ability to build something now. In all likelihood, we would probably destroy this door and replace it with one of our own. So I'm just as happy keeping the door there. Any secrets in here? Yes. Not a big secret, but no. Someone's doing research. Ooh. Very good. Okay. She's being useful. Much appreciated, Miss Fairy.
You have claimed a workshop. You have claimed a mana vault.
Your
Behold, Keeper, a new area of map uncovered, previously unseen.
holy shit. Lot of dead heroes. And Black Knight. I don't think we can take advantage of the fallen heroes. We don't have the time to, yeah, we don't have the time to do that.
A fairy has become unhappy because she is in the company of creatures she hates.
Yep.
You've taken over an enemy room.
Yeah, what was the point of this? Nothing.
Your combat pit is under attack.
Of course it is.
Your creatures are unable to get your lair. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Okay. Any chance of moving things forward here? Yep. So we don't actually have a lot of options. It looks like we have to punch through here somehow. So I'm hoping to get a few extra hero units and then just trying to push them through here. We'll probably get a few extra skeletons rather. Yep. Okay, what items did we have? We
You have successfully converted
iron
an enemy
door,
creature in the torture chamber.
2 guns and spike trap. I think I'll put the defenses here. This is where they seem to be harassing me more than anywhere else. So
Your create imp spell has been upgraded.
what else do we
A
have?
creature has died in your prison
There
and has
was a
risen as a
steel door.
skeleton.
Not sure where I want to put it.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
Isn't that wonderful?
You
Yeah, I
have
think
successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
level 1.
The battle in the combat pit is over.
I'm not too big of a fan of level 1 hero units.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
We'll have to destroy this. There's no way around that.
Your minions need a larger training room.
We can put a door of our own there though, and that makes a lot of sense. We might also want to sell the
You've
bridge.
taken over an enemy bridge.
That should keep our own imps away from there for the moment. Something more suitable to attacking there. I don't know what that is.
Your Thunderbolt spell has been upgraded.
Definitely some kind of electricity thing. That's what it looks like. We could send Horny through there, I suppose. But it looks like a massive map. Why are these shown in different color now? No idea. Anyway.
Your lair has been recarpeted. It is payday.
Thanks. I wanted to make you so I can go scouting. What are our options? I don't think we want to go through the main door, no matter what we do. Might very well be doable. Yeah, definitely electricity traps, we're almost dead. Let's try this again. I'm assuming this is exactly like the other side. So a couple of cannons, dead end. Yeah.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
And the guy's still holding out. Okay. It looks like we could open up a much easier attack route. We go by the side.
Your possession spell has been upgraded.
Heavily fortified. In here, a single room. If we could get a foothold here, we might be able to summon Horny. We do have to go through here somehow, so we can't just totally bypass this. I guess we'll start building some bridges. It's fairly expensive though.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Okay, we do need to go rather than anything else, and there is none. Shit. Crap. We really have to do something. Let's try this first.
And Knight has become unhappy because he has no food.
With that, let's go. Yeah, pull back. Yeah, this didn't exactly achieve much, but we punched through a little. Punch through. Fairy attack abilities are careful.
If Horny becomes too much for you to handle, a single slap will expel him from your domain.
Yep. With the healing going on, there's not much we can do. More importantly, since we have no monies, we're totally screwed. We can't afford to pay anything, yeah. Training is now off. Right this second. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Who are you?
Your creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Okay, now they're at least splitting up a little.
Your combat pit is under attack. Your prison is under attack.
Are we torturing anyone? No. Hopefully the money we get from some of these bastards will keep us in the game. Training is definitely up limits. Me about 10,000, a little more each pay cycle. Is that a holy shit gem deposits and I never noticed? Totally pointless saving up. Yep, that's me. That is me. Okay, that changes things. Training room is eventually back on.
Your heal spell has been upgraded.
How much room do we have? We have enough room.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
Can I expand this? I'd like another Archer implement. Okay, that was a bit reckless. The bastard. Order up.
It is payday.
Okay, why don't we have control of this?
A black knight has become unhappy because he has no food.
Is that really a problem, or is it... It's not really a problem. Okay, could some of your users actually finish the goddamn job here? No?
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
Yeah, this didn't help at all. Fish might help. And it did. Again, we can service more people now.
Your minions need a larger training room. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Tons of level 1 skeletons. Next.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
For God's sakes. Why are you harder in the fucking... Oh. Time to do some Black Knight adventuring. Next. Oh shit, I'm stuck here. Yeah, scenes are not exactly proper opponents to knights. Where's the fucking fairy? There she is.
Your sight of evil spell has been upgraded. A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
Okay, what's happening here? Goodly bastards. Go. Ooh, we have an actual spell this time. Take out the fucking trap. What's been happening here?
Your
Nothing.
minions need a larger training room. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Can't you just kill the bastard? Okay, now we're very close to eliminating these
You
hero
have
portals.
successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Do we have prisoners? I don't think so. Even burns, lovely. Could we get new customers here? The bastards are just reinforcing things. Reinforcing walls when you could just disable enemy ability to spawn units right in front of you. Priorities are perhaps not exactly correct with our guys. What happens if you torture someone to death? There are no ghosts in this game, I presume.
You've taken over an enemy room.
Might as well find out.
You have successfully interrogated an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Interrogation.
Map information has been divulged by the victim in the torture chamber.
They're not exactly all that useful. Still, I'll take it.
Your call to arms spell has been upgraded. It is payday.
Try to disable that goddamn portal, please. You take the ferry for interrogation. Much better. We're ready for another horny attack. There's a ton of these ferries here. Ooh, there's our target. Yeah, it's so close. I finished this some time ago. So, do it.
You've taken over an enemy room. Quick saved. Your walls have been reinforced.
Apparently, he doesn't want to go there. As long as he kills something, I'm okay with it. you're not doing anything useful. Final battle.
Your mana reserves have been increased.
Yeah, just making sure that he has enough mana to finish things. Yeah, definitely. Well, they still seem to have a lot of troops left. Or are they going to attack us or what? I'm at least inclined to keep going with the missions until we see what was there. I don't think there's anything that we could
The
miss.
lightning trap zaps enemies with an electrifying discharge. To enemy eyes, the secret door resembles a solid wall.
Yeah, they're throwing everything they have at us.
Your creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Let's play someone horny again. I'll enjoy that. What is he doing?
Your treasury is too small.
Harassing some goddamn knight. He's not doing a good job of it. Anyway, we beat them back, and you're going. Stop draining my mana. Okay, what are we looking at here? What's the point, really? Oh, we could have gotten a portal. If we went into the ass end of it everywhere, could have gained access to a portal. But I don't see really the point. There are a lot of portals. It's not the point. You're supposed to deal with things quite a bit earlier. I suppose you could have tried to sneak past them or something. But again, I don't see the point. A lot of areas again, but how the level is designed, it means these are totally pointless. I don't really get why you would build things like this. It's a lot of effort wasted. Let's see if anything particularly interesting here anymore either, so...
Game saved. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Who should have thought that such delicate-looking creatures could put up such a brave fight, eh, Keeper? Lord Volstag's portal gem is the greatest prize amongst all your victorious campaigns. Well met, Keeper.
I don't know. This basically was decided the moment I realized the gem deposits were there. They're playing a fairly defensive fight all around, so even if you fail, you can just rebuild and come back, or push through and get one of the portals. That's at the latest will decide everything. I guess we could build a graveyard too, but at the point where we usually have the money to do that, it's not all that necessary anymore. It might be it's a good alternative to getting skeletons though. So at the earlier game, prisons allow a lot of skeletons. They're nice sacrificial troops, shock troops, cannon fodder to put in front of your better units. Something like that. You can just throw them away without too much care. But later on, once you get the money, at least, well, you could keep a prison for interrogation purposes, but definitely a graveyard would be more useful. I'm not a fan of the combat bit. I get that it's a nice idea. The thing is, I would have to babysit it some to make it really useful. I mean, no one automatically uses the combat bit. You just have to drop a few troops there and they'll fight it out. So, and then they'll be taken back to heal up. So it's not a huge issue you have to manage. It's something you can easily do on the side. But on the other hand, it's also not really necessary. I get the idea. And I in general like that, because in the first game, just putting creatures in their trading room, they could train from level 1 to level 10 without any measures. So if you just gave enough time, everyone was on level 10. It's a very boring system, and favors just staying there and turtling up until you have overwhelming power too much. Here you can get basic competency by using the training room. Combat chamber, you can get very dangerous troops, but using it is quite a bit more time consuming. So if you just train people up and then start to use them in battle, that's probably the best way to do things. So I wouldn't use the combat chamber unless I absolutely have to level up my troops in order to make it through whatever is in front of us. But since we have the Horny Talisman, I have trouble seeing what that could be, unless it's some kind of a super fight at the later stages. We're still missing at least Dark Angels from our own army. So maybe it makes sense for some of the more powerful units. It might also make sense if you knew at what stages you get new abilities. With the Dark Knights, it doesn't seem like they're getting anything. They're durable, hard-hitting, basic fighter types. Ugh. So, yeah. It's another tool, I guess. Maybe it makes more sense in other type of missions.